Hi, Anita. How are you? What you doing up so early, girl? Is the moon still up for you? Wow. I was thinking about you, but I didn't expect to see you first. Here, I finished almost with the koala yesterday. Might as well just put it up for a minute, eh? I know, just because you live in Australia doesn't mean you have koala bears hanging out your window. Just like in Canada, right? We don't live in igloos and there's not like grizzly bears everywhere. Damn. Just gonna put the cards away from yesterday. Hey, Michigander. Welcome, dude. I already got Michigan sinks this morning. For real. Not big ones, but how is the Michigan energy today? Gotta get set up. Happy 11:44 Eastern time that just passed through. I was actually just sitting here pushing off doing a stream, and then all of a sudden it was like, just start it. Just start it, and what will flow will flow. So here I am. Is the sound up? Turn my brightness down. So I have a weird pain. I have a weird pull in my leg. It's annoying as and as I was starting the stream, I was wondering, is it a phantom pain that I'm having? Did somebody have impact on their upper right thigh? Anybody has had impact, or is there something like with the upper right thigh? Why? Right? Like why? Why do I have a weird pain there all of a sudden? You know what I mean? Anyways, just putting it out there, because the last time I had like a shooting pain through my knee that I had to shake off, that was actually Michelle that had banged her knee at the time. So the more I talk about it, the less I can feel it. So I know it's not mine. Does that make sense? Yeah, how do you know if pain is really yours or phantom pain that you're feeling from other people? Well, when you talk about it or do something about it, the phantom pain actually goes away, whereas when it's your own, it's not the same. Oh, Anita, you can't sleep. You had bad dreams. Yeah, me too. I wouldn't say they were bad dreams, like nightmare-esque, but they were just hard to digest. What dreams? Do dreams get digested? Maybe, because they go to the tummy sometimes. Yeah, and within my dream time, Australia was very prevalent, Anita. No joke. And it's not that it was bad, it's just that there was I don't want to use the word turmoil or chaos, but the feeling of turmoil and chaos that just needed to be witnessed and worked through, but was being blocked. So within my dream time, there was a blockage, and although some things were happening, they weren't happening with full intensity and, like 144% just all in. There was hidden layers, Anita. And the reflection of hidden layers in a dream, that's why I say it's like bad dreams, because dreams I usually wake up like with a revelation, with revealing, with more knowings, instead of feeling like there was a block. So I don't know why I just like spit all that out, but maybe there's a reflection of that somewhere. They were just weird shit and yucky, your dreams, Anita. Yeah. Australia's a huge sink at the moment. And a theme. Yeah, big time. It's huge. I don't have the words for it. Maybe something will flow. Hi, Michigander. I said that already. Tunnel Mental. How's it going? How's it going, Nigel? Thanks for commenting. Boom, Anita. I had another Led Zeppelin sync yesterday. One of my first songs. this morning. My two first, like, really, like, boom, prevalent songs was Eminem. What's the song with the spaghetti, right? The one from the movie. You can't lose yourself. Duh. um, yeah. Mackay Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer stood out. Pfeiffer is a sync for me right now. Michelle Pfeiffer in general, movies that she was in, imagery, just syncs, catchphrases that she had in certain movies that some people don't even remember that fucking movie or that part, but parsley. If you get the parsley that I'm saying right now, as in with Michelle Pfeiffer, like, comment. So Michelle Pfeiffer saying that parsley's not important. Parsley's just like fucking fluff and decorative. That parsley's not important. That's really prevalent right now. And the song that actually came up this morning, Led Zeppelin, was a Whole Lot of Love. Anita, Whole Lot of Love. I'm not quite sure what that means, Michigander, but thank you. Nita, I watched a tiny girl playing drums to Led Zeppelin. Oh, cool. The drums, the drums. Yeah, the drums right now. Just the sounding, the calling of the drums. I feel like that movie moment right now where, you know, that person goes to bang on the gong, bang the gong to like alert that we're there. Even if I'm not quite sure what all that means. Hey, John Beanie, sending love, love, love back. Rawr, Michigander. You talking truck to me this morning before noon? Rawr. Michigander, I'm modifying the truck with new axle, leaf springs, larger coolers so that when I put the plow on it, it won't break. Yeah. Nice touch, eh? I love when a dude puts a plow on his truck and then his truck is totally dead. I know, I'm not being mean, but some people don't really know what they're doing when they put a plow on, a Michigander, or how to plow, right? You can't just put a plow on your truck and just hit the bank and think you know what you're doing. Oh man, the last plow dude I had, his name was Ken. I never filmed him. It was in 2019 when I had like the longest fucking driveway ever. And he gave me like a solid price on the driveway like for the whole winter, and I came out like just wow, the winner of that deal he gave me. But I had the lake effect, and it was the winter that the highest winds like just would come up like random. So sometimes he would come to plow and I could see the red of the tip of his, you know, cab of his truck, but I couldn't see the rest because just there was so much snow. The lake effect would make like a 4-foot, sometimes like 4.5-foot bank, like sustained. He told me at the end of the year, he's like, if I ever doubted my skills, this driveway has shown me that like I'm pretty fucking good, because it was so like so long and just such lake wind effect. John Binney, someone tugging at you, not wanting to go live, and you did it. The world needs you. Oh, thanks, John. I think it's the opposite. I think it's the opposite, John. Not tugging to not go, tugging to come in. Tugging to come in. Yeah, Tunnel Mental. The conflict within Oz is an important one. Yeah. Yeah. Boom. Tunnel Mental, I'm good, thanks. Black Dog played over in my head today. Right on. Black Dog is a super sync from me. As well, I was just in, I dipped into Lady V, Veronica, Higher Realm Holistics. She's doing a live stream. She could still be up right now. And she was speaking of just like, certain full circle of dates calendar wise with the moon cycle, but how 2018 to this date in 2021 right now, like this 22 of today, is like the beginning of the crossover, how some things have just like whoosh, shut. And I don't have the same speak and I just flow. So sometimes it doesn't make sense. But I was saying that yesterday how 21/8/21 was like the shutting, right? So that the rest could flow through. And I'm feeling like a lot of flashback, memory, vision energy from 2018, specifically the Lionsgate of 2018. 2018 is uh, like was a huge, just huge sky speak for me. I don't know if that makes sense. Um, I've always had a certain connection, but it's when the clarity veils completely opened and are lifted, and ability of like calling what I needed from the sky, not thinking that it was outside of me. So the realization that I just don't look up coincidence. I can call what I need to me, protection wise, synchronicity wise. That was my full circle of really, it's not outside of, I'm going to speak for myself, right? It's not outside of me. It's not outside of us. We manifest it and we can call on it for the greater good type of thing, right? Anita, yeah, yes, the drums. I just realized how much it's a theme for me too at the moment. Yeah, and the drums are like of every culture and every background, every ancestral DNA chord of the drums, the bagpipes. Oh my gosh, guys, like just saying the word bagpipes, can you see my little shivers of my timbers? Right, the bagpipes right now too. Tunnel mental. I did not know that. Black dog is associated with depression, awareness of control of emotion. For myself, my personal me, the synchronicity and the flow of a black dog is complete safety, to be honest, like for myself. So whether I see a black dog, feel a black dog, or when people have their black dogs, the black dog for me represents like safety. Yeah, like big time. Like even more than a pure white dog. Like a pure white dog would be like a red flag of like, what do I need to see, or what's with this white dog. The purity of the black dog is something like for myself, right? I don't know if that makes sense, but Angelfish, how you doing, sweetie? How's your day? You're up early today, Angelfish. Anita says, John, Angelfish told me you're a life pyth. Oh my gosh, my tongue is swirling again. Oh my gosh. What's the Schumann at? I would wonder. Oh, that's 7 life path like me. That's cool. I forget what I am. I think I'm a 9. Hey, SS. You're napping and listening? Right on. You glad you're taking it easy, dude? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's Sunday. Anita, yesterday was the 22nd here. I had $222.22 in my bank, and I kept seeing 222 number plates. Whoa. Yeah. Yesterday for us was 21/8/21, and the 21/12, 21/21, 12/12, repeating numbers and a lot of other things. Even just, yeah. The reaching out and sharing those numbers was prevalent yesterday as well, compared to just like out of the blue, the synchronicity coming back over and over yesterday in the bestest way. Saturnian sun, we are all in this together. Yeah, dude. Anita, I was just thinking of the hang drum because of the slightly slanted sleuth. Had seen Corey's and one of Corey and Allie's vids, And then he went and got one. He shared a little bit of it when he went on, I think it was Matrix Man's stream a couple nights ago, and he played a little bit. I've been watching videos of them. The channeling on them is amazing. I as well. Plus my singing bowl is like died. My singing bowl died. Like it's dead. It's done. It's a decorative piece that does not sing anymore. Unless my singing bowl decides to like reanimate itself and come back to like, whoa. And it's funny, when I picked it up the last time and I was using it, Anita, I was going around and I was saying, this is louder than usual. I've never heard it this loud. Ever, never, never. No matter, because I've had it, I have my singing bowl since 2008, maybe 2009. I forget if it was the end or the beginning, but in that times, and I had never heard it so loud. And then it died. So I need a hand drum. I'm not sure if it's hand drum that I want. It's like, there's different names too. Tunnel mental depression is packaged as safety, also the right to be depressed, tricky navigation through the psychological warfare. Yeah, depression is safe. It's good to allow for deep rest. It's just the way that we're programmed to see it and live it and feel the shame and be, bullied into feeling better as soon as possible. Because if everyone was able to deeply rest the way we needed for real, we wouldn't have sustained, prolonged time frames of it. When you face emotion in the moments, in the now, it can't stay the same way, right? So it's crazy how it's so, it's very, like, it's so clear now, right? Who is ready to hear real things or not, to witness how things are in the moment, or to just, rose-colored glasses, let's pretend everything's fine. I don't want to hear what you're really going through. I don't really want to hear. Just make sure you feel good. Just feel good right now. And it's like I'm on the opposite spectrum. I do the live streams, and if somebody's got shit they need to get out of their plate, kind of share it around, have it witnessed a bit, and seen, heard, felt, right? Bearing witness to the fact that it's not all shits and giggles, and it's easier to get through certain things knowing that we're all in it together through the thick and thin. Right, SS? We kind of talked about that yesterday. The rosiness of certain things is just pissing me off right now, because it doesn't hurt if somebody's in a painful, going through stuff, if they're honest about it. It's the lack of integrity and honesty and just full out saying how things are that fucks me up, right? This journey has asked us, me specifically, speak for myself, to have like a childlike mind with awe and wonder. But when you're faced, like, whether in reality or through, comments and vids of, like, you're sitting there like the child of like, what the fuck? Is everybody just gonna keep on hiding shit and lying and pretending certain things? Right? Because that's what it's like to be a kid in this world. You're born, you have your full instinct, and then you get it stomped out of you because people say like the opposite of what they feel, right? They don't, people aren't showing up in ways that's authentic. So any authenticity that's like just flows with no matter what is such a high vibration for me right now that, oh man, does that make sense? I know I'm a little behind in the comments, so saying, does that make sense? I won't get confirmation till I catch up, but yeah, you close out the life path, G, with number 9. Yeah, leave no man behind. Closing the path, being the last on the trail. John says, Angelfish, it's okay with you. I will name my 70th album after you. I name each album after the most popular songs, and yours is the most popular. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Go, John. Yes. I'm answering for Angelfish. That's totally okay. Right, Angel? Yeah. Fucking right. I love the song and the vid, the way that it's black and white, and then all the imagery of, us. And sometimes there's not the image, but I'm getting the imagery of all the people that are not, visually in the vid, but that are in Angelfish's heart. Does that make sense? So, just like everything, the truth in plain sight, a video that you guys made, John, and if you guys want to share it, one of you two, please share it. I can feel the other images that just aren't there because that heart space is open and it's flowing. So, you know what I mean? Does that make sense, guys? Why do I keep asking, does that make sense? I think I'm asking, does that make sense? Because for a while I was in a reality of getting looked at like nothing made sense. So now am I being clear? Does this make sense? Angelfish. I don't know what that means. Sending a steel tongue. Steely Dan. Angelfish shit. How do you drop such love? I can't see through happiness tears. We loves you. Aww. Oh, I love you. Hi Nova guy. 12:01 Eastern time. How's it going? Hi Paul from Newcastle. You gonna blue you. You look a little gray. You can hear the church bell? Right on. Yeah. That's the good part. Like there's little sounds of special things that feel nice in my reality. I have zero opinions per se about like churches that make me feel negative, right? So it's all just in the perspective of the goodness of it, right? I don't know how to read some of the comments that are there to flow them through. Yeah, tunnel mental. Thank you, Nigel. Regardless of our position, know that love wins. Yeah, that's so important. There's so much like imprinting of the eyes and ears right now through videos and, just everything up in the air. Even today, one of the things collectively is like an anxiety in the air, but also feeling through that anxiety and finding strength in it is what I'm really trying to do, right? Anita, I just had a blackout. Weird, no rain. Lights back on now. Wow, I wonder what I was saying at the time, Anita. No joke. Blackout, lights out, black dog. Tunnel mental. Shining a light into the darkness is not darkness. It's essential to grow. Yeah. But there's a respect and a love to be had for the darkness that changes it in certain ways. You know? Thanks, Angelfish. I'm going to play a bit of it.
You know that apps and websites are collecting your data. You know that some devices are...
I could see these stars tonight. Call my
That's Linda Light, right? Oh my gosh, Ray, dude, I've been thinking about you. How you doing, Ray Thoughts? 24. Been missing you, dude. Richie boy. Angie. Oh, Angie. That way. I want it that way.
to make a wish to love. I see the sun is shining. Oh, my skin is glistening, crystallizing, reflecting all this.
Speaking of crystalline skin, thank you, Anita, for the pictures on Instagram yesterday. That was freaking awesome. I had shivers when I was looking at those. Look, that's me! I almost peed when I saw myself. Okay.
Vibrant tracks are trying. Angels swim up these waterfalls.
Bravery!
Angels swim up these
Up the
waterfalls
south,
to make
lady.
a wish to love. And all these beautiful minutes, all these hours, all these years I feel are coming together now in our hearts. All this happiness as we raise up in our vibration. Who to step into our love? Angel face swimming up these waterfalls of love. Angel face swimming up these waterfalls to make this wish to love.
Theodore.
I feel your heart call my name. I feel the same.
Hello. Black dog. Black dog sink.
To dance through these storms and turn these tears to rain of love. Angel fist swimming up these waterfalls of love. Angel fist swimming up these waterfalls to make a wish of love. Angel fish swimming up these waterfalls of love. Angel fish swimming up these
I'm gonna share it one more time.
waterfalls to make this wish.
I don't know how to put it in the description. Like as I stream, if I remember, I'll put it in the comments later. So I rubbed my glasses on my dress earlier, and now I can barely see because there's coconut oil all over my glasses. You do that too, Anita? You say that, does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to catch up with the comments. It does make sense. Thank you, John Beanie. Yeah, tunnel mental. It does make sense. You're challenged to show your light and love. That's the blessing, our blessing. We share love and light. But that's the thing, Nigel, is that something that is like if someone had a reaction, if someone's going through something really hard, one of the things like that's like, I don't know the word, like whether it be just that's programmed into us is that we're going to lower the frequency because we're going through something, And if we speak about it, that it's going to lower people's frequency. And that, I don't believe that. I believe anything that's not authentic lowers a frequency. Any authenticity keeps it sustained or pivots, right? So, example, if someone's going through like having just a bad day, whether it be for, a monumentous something really shitty happened that's hard to digest, like a hit and run, an accident, something, if we don't have witness or allow it out, we're lowering our frequency all the time by trying to like not say, not, just not live what actually happened, right? So, and nothing is good or bad. Within all of our lives is a ripple effect of some sort of chaos, change, fast, accelerated. Like, one of the things that I was glad I popped into Lady V Higher Realm Holistics earlier, her live stream, where it's like she says, those of us that have visions and are really in the really have sight. We have sight. Things are changing on a dime of things we didn't know, we didn't see coming. So whether they be small, just in our personal life, or in our community, or on the whole like global scale, things are changing on a dime. So it's not in anyone's favor or keep a high frequency to avoid saying certain things or to hold things in. The more authenticity that a certain amount of the collective can actually show, sustain consistently, is what's going to keep the frequency up. Because we're vacillating and going up and down all the time, even within our own dynamic of, that we know, or that we're tribe, because if what hurts one hurts all. So if someone within tribe is not allowing themselves to be seen and reaching out and speaking to someone, no matter which way is chosen, then we all feel it. We do. We're just that evolved in our net, our weaving of togetherness. Angelfish, I can't explain how you all saved my life. Yeah. It's hard to explain, Angelfish. It is. I feel ya. Ray, blessings of gratitude, love, joy, abundance, and always. Peace, strength to all beautiful sovereign souls here now. Thank you, Ray. I love how you imprint with my eyes with words that feel good to say out loud. Tunnel mental. Anxiety is caused by bad stress. There is good stress. It's called progress. It compels us to push on with our messages of humankind. Yeah. Aw, no, you're not dumb, Angelfish. Angelfish, I'm dumb because I listen every day to Start Out Right with John B. No, that's the best way. It's one of my it's one of the things I lack, is to really just jump into a day with a sustained something that I know is going to imprint me positive, right? So no, even David Castle, he says that he has his playlists, and it's, that's it. That's what starts his mojo running the right way. Anita, anxiety is leaving in the present moment. Yeah. Your sister's name is Crystal. Angelfish, changed my life. It's hard to get my head indoors these days. Same. Ray says, doing really well, keeping that inner peace the best I can. Journey unfolds and unravels. 5 months off opiates now, feeling better and better. Right on. I can imagine we're already stepping so fast into different versions of ourselves, Ray, that, yeah. Thanks for sharing. Exactly, Tunnel Mental. With kindness, love will grow, and that is our job, to grow. Exactly. Kindness, that's it. It's everything. John Binney, I resonate with that statement you just wrote. You all help me find new aspects of myself I never knew existed. Exactly. Same. Ditto, ditto, ditto. You wrote that at 12:12. Remember I was saying at the beginning of the stream, 12:12, 21:21. 12:21 was really prevalent. Boom. You all helped me find new aspects of myself I never knew existed. And one of the ways that's constant for me since I started my channel, and why, is because people in our reality that know us, whether it's since birth, our family, or friends and people we've accumulated, see us in a certain way, and they don't allow or pivot us into actually seeing the other things, right? So one of the most classic examples of being pigeonholed a certain way is how many adults right now think they can't sing. You think you can't sing because you were teased by your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your best friends every time you fucking started to sing with the radio up, and you let yourself sing, you were teased about it. So you think you can't sing. And that gives me shivers, and I want to go bitch slap all the history of everybody who ever fucking teased somebody that said you can't sing, because you can. You can. Right? You can. And one person's voice sharing their song through, doesn't have to be perfect, is someone else's. I've dreamed of your voice since forever and a day. So you can be 47 fucking years old, sitting in butt fuck nowhere right now, thinking you can't sing and you'll not share that voice, but there is someone, and my shivers are huge, there is someone who's dreaming of your fucking voice every fucking night right now and can't wait to hear it, needs to hear it. And you know how that comes across as a message? Grab it and ride it by the fucking balls. Share your fucking voice, whether it be through your channel, your first time making a vid today, do it. Reaching out to somebody you haven't talked to in months and fucking sharing your voice, whether it be through, you know, the call of talking, or hey, just fucking record your voice singing a song and surprise somebody today, and you'll be shocked at how that feeling of being told certain things all your life, or not, you know, enhanced and feeling empowered, how one person hearing you, or, you know, is going to do that. The seeing aspects of ourselves, because some people have doodled their whole life. You just draw stuff, and so it's considered just fucking chicken scratch in your fucking home, right? Your fucking artwork is considered chicken scratch by the people who love you the most. They don't want to fucking look at it. If you give them a poem you wrote, they tell you, they say straight out loud, I can't read this, it's fucking illegible. And, you know, they throw it at you. Whereas, boom, you come on YouTube, you share your poem, or you write in a comment, a free flow, and people are telling you you're a fucking poet. Huh, yeah. You know what I mean? Because everything wasn't seen from a certain light. We're here to show and to encourage, rewrite the scripts of the mirroring and what aspects that people have. Some people haven't even realized that the tint in their eyes is not the same brown, same blue. Some people's eyes have turned to gray or green in the last 2 years, and someone in your reality, that's your wife, your partner, your best friend, hasn't even noticed your fucking eyes. Make one video or have one Skype chat with somebody and they're telling you, like, whoa, your eyes. Like, it's so big, guys. It's so big. I know I've rambled about it a lot, but it's huge. Hey, John. John's like, I didn't realize I would write one simple comment and she would like fucking rant about it for 5 minutes, but it's so important. You're welcome, John. I'm glad I played it. It was nice, see? He says, John, your music is also always so uplifting and kept me going through many tough moments. Thank you all for all you do, and thank you for all you are. Me too. Me too. And your talks as well, John. Right? You're finishing the 70th album today. Angelfish, Tiger's Eyes, a reflection of yourself. Tiger's Eyes is coming up a lot for me. I know I have a couple in the house somewhere. I'm just not quite sure where they are. And the imagery, tiger. In Canada, we actually have a store. It's branded and named Giant Tiger. And the last 2 days when I drove by and was near the sign, it caught my eye even more than usual. The giant tiger. There's also a red maple leaf. The giant tiger is written in black. It's against a yellowish kind of, not a bright yellow, but like just I don't know what the word for that yellow would be. And then the red maple leaf. Tiger's Eye is this thing for you as well, Anita. Right on. Fundamental. I'm a little late in the chat. That was 10 minutes ago. I gotta go now. Sending love and light. We can maintain our frequency and help others who are looking up. Helping others is humankind. Exactly. Exactly, Tunnel Mental. If you can help others, you should. Yeah. Paul from Newcastle says, I'm in the northeast of London near Bladen. Legion. That word keeps coming up for me, Angelfish. Legion. Anita, I sat yesterday and I felt great gratitude for my soul family and the amount you listen and care. Yeah. I cried because of that. For real. For myself to stream for 4.5 hours with a sustained comments and just a consistency for 4.5 hours is it's big for me, right? So thank you guys. Anita says, I'm almost completely off the opioids too, Ray. So proud of you. Proud of both of you. John Binney, I felt guided today that there are groups of us around the world working the light, and we will be connecting with more groups together. Yeah. Connecting and gathering as well. I can't imagine. I can't imagine that this fall won't have like a harvesting, a gathering, at least, you know what I mean? Because it's unspeakable to be living certain ways when it would be so much simpler, right? But I don't know. Anita, I know I can't sing. It's horrible. And I sing anyways. See, I'm not sure it's that horrible, right? True story. I was with my ex-husband from, beginning time to end time for 11 years. And fuck, he did not like when I'm a radio surfer. You get me in a car, don't matter if you've got 2 channels or fucking 22 or 150. I'm gonna surf those fucking channels, feeling for the best song ever, all the fucking drive. And, not everybody enjoys that. But guess what? It didn't take him like a fucking week of me gone in his life to say, like, that's what I miss the most is you channel surfing in the fucking car and changing from song to song and jingle to jingle and just enjoying, playing with the radio, right? So it's the same with snoring. People are, get really angry or don't like when somebody snores in their life, but if somebody passes and is not no longer in your life, the snore is what you miss the most, right? It was your beats to get to sleep. It was your safe spot. And, it's very easy to turn around to be annoyed by something when you don't have it anymore. This morning, one of the first things that just randomly like popped through on Lily Rose's device because she was scrolling through stuff was, would you let a random stranger wear your boyfriend's sweater if she was dying of cold? And I heard that randomly and I was like, fuck yeah, fucking freeze, bitch. And Lily's like, Mom, you're so mean. And I was like, dude, I have not had a boyfriend in my life for 5 fucking years. I have earned that fucking sweater front and back, like big time. I have been cold. I have been sweaterless. I have gone through a lot of shit in 5 years. When I have somebody's fucking sweater to fucking wear, I ain't gonna be passing it around to just anybody, right? And she was just like, fucking gratitude, right? Oh man, I'll give that cold freezing person a random sweater of mine, not my dude's, as if, right? Fuck. Oh, Anita, that's it, exactly. My mom looked at that random picture you did for Ethan and didn't even give it any attention, just kept talking. And she just looked at me like, why? And I was like, geez, thanks. And I told her I was doing it with you. And gee, I think she was jealous. I mean, knows it's jealousy, Anita. But so what? It's disgusting. And I'm using that word. It's fucking gross. It's so gross, Anita, that if you weren't who you were, saying nice things and actually wanting to co-create with me, I probably would have stopped drawing months ago. And I definitely would have maybe stopped like fucking wanting to draw like in the last week. And I'm saying it. That's it. You know what I mean? To have something positive come back and feel good, and then to, display and nobody fucking even, you know what I mean, is beyond words. So, you know what I mean? I have things in my life that people share with me, and it's like, I don't even agree with certain things, you know what I mean? Like, just all of it. But I understand how to give feedback and to sustain, like, caring for anything that anybody wants to share. And, maybe that's not how I'm perceived, but fuck. Exactly. That look and not even attention. Just keep talking. And it's so strange to me because this is what happened with my ex, eh? I started to do beadwork and leather works while we were together. And then I would ask him, is it pretty? Is this nice? I'm trying to think. Like, even this, I made this, in the time I was with my ex. Certain things I made. And he, zero input. And how should I know? I don't know anything about beading. I don't know anything about all this stuff. But that's the thing. Once I was gone and he was helping me move and seeing all my stuff through fresh eyes of this ain't in my house anymore. I'm not going to see this ever again. He was crying like a fucking baby. And I'm like, why are you crying? Right? He's helping me move, and we got like my craft room. Instead of me being locked up in like a little fucking corner, I got this huge craft room, and he's fucking crying like a baby. I'm like, why are you crying? And he's like, because I didn't appreciate what you were doing in the moment. When you were teaching yourself to do this, I never said nice things to you. And now I'm looking at it, and it's so beautiful. And I'm like, okay, well, could you cry later? Great. You know what I mean? Like fucking years of being told. He would say to me, like, because I would start big projects, like my dad's sailboat. I don't have an image of it right now, but like a big project, like a sailboat with a view and a lighthouse. And he would get mad at me and say, like, you should stitch things over and over and know what you're doing before you start such big projects. Instead of saying, like, something nice about the fucking big project. And they were big projects. I never did little random fucking small things. I just started and I was like, big stuff, big stuff that sometimes I didn't even know what I was doing and making it up all as I went along, but being told, like, what are you doing? You should do little things. So, you know what I mean? It's not encouragement that even has us continue to do stuff. It's outside fucking opinions across the fucking world that make us see ourselves. Like John said earlier at 12:21, right? Other people make us realize aspects of ourselves we didn't even know we had. Hey Alex, how are you? Angelfish, Jim made me put an extra tiger's eye in the Scrabble bag to protect the messages. Dude, that makes so much sense. John Binney, I have a new guide, a lion. Amanshal is his name. Part of the new mission to clear darkness. Angelfish, I'm still drinking, working towards more connections. It's rough to find support you convey with the dead. I know, Angelfish. Anita, you get it? You're a radio surfer too? Yeah, I'm such a fucking radio surfer that I can be in the wave of my favorite song, but still have the instinct to press and go look for something better. Oh, no joke. I do it to Lily all the time where she's like, you know, belting out a song, singing along, and here I am flipping on the radio. But meanwhile, I was so happy that song was on. It's just like sometimes like just that instinct of like looking for something better. But at the same time, I say that, but Anita, saying specifically Anita, when I drive or when I'm in a vehicle is when most of my downloads come in, my synchronicities, the flow. So there's a reason I'm in the middle of a favorite song that I love, but I'm flipping through to get the words or the numbers or the other flashes of just 2 lines of a song, tau, 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 for the full circle of what I need as the message, right? You know what I mean? And that's for real. Glitch, has talked about the vehicle being a portal and having certain portal places that, he just drove to have an even clearer downloads. That's our portal places, right? So I am like that. And for me, especially since Milky passed, because I've always had DJ radio come through of messages for me, but especially since Milky passed, like I'll specifically be guided to go in the car, even if I don't really feel like it, for what he is trying to get through to me, that, I'm either clearly not listening the right way in the house, or I need like the poof, 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 poof. It's just that strong. So one of my fastest, easiest, least, just there's no resistance in between, is to get in the car and ask for what needs to flow, for real. So that's why the switching is important, right? If I say sustained, because everybody just finishes a song, right? Well, no, if I finish it, then I don't grab the other stuff. Again, that reason why it's so easy to really stay alone, because I know myself, what I need in my reality, and not everybody can handle that shit. And I imagine, sidekicks and people who are so in tune with me the way that Lily is, has to be what gets added in my life. So what does that mean? Me and Lily are synced with the radio DJ, because we will be talking about certain things as we enter the car, and it will either be the song saying the same words, or there's the fluidity of the sync of the flow is always there, right? So it's just that big. Angelfish, I do not really have a solution to talking to the dead. It's tricky at best. I would say the best solution is to not really even think of them as dead, right? Right there, that changes everything, Angelfish. You know what I mean? You're just in tune to so many different frequencies and energies that I wouldn't even label them as dead, because really, to be honest, like the ancestors, the guides, my team behind me is way stronger and more, 144% authentic at all times than people in my reality. Right? I'm still going through stuff where I have imposters, people who are not even who they say they are. Like, I get nobody hitting up my inbox, and then all of a sudden I got this imposter energy still flowing through. And it's like, well, what am I to learn from this? Besides, okay, kindness matters. So, like, I'm no joke, Anita. I'm still talking to bots sometimes and don't even, realize it until it's like, okay, why isn't there a certain energy coming back? Because I'm fucking talking to a bot and staying kind in talking to a bot. No joke. I wish I was joking. It's like, this is how fucking pathetic my life is in the background. My most like biggest interactions like within a day is with a fucking bot or somebody that's not even real. And what does that mean? Well, somebody who says this is my name and this is where I am and this is what I do, and it's like, oh, okay. Okay, buddy. You know what I mean? It's so strange. If we maybe this would be an idea. We should start a group chat somewhere with, let's just everything that makes no fucking sense, that it's just impossible to say out loud and share. Let's fucking say all the stuff that goes on in our background reality, because holy fuck balls, right? Boom. Angelfish, cereal, Fruit Loops. That's exactly, I didn't mention it because I forgot, but on the radio here today, they were talking about Mandela effect, going through all the fucking typical like Berenstain Bears and all of all the stuff, but saying it all one by one. And the Fruit Loops, the cereal box, was one of the last things they were talking about this morning. You're at home, Al? There's no place like home. Good for you. Do you got to sustain like 24, 48 hours at home? Alex, Genevieve, why do those who snore sleep first? That's a good question, Alex, eh? To help purr the other people into sleep, I guess. Gotta drop out. John, thanks for being here. Right, agree, Anita. I always tell myself anxiety is exploring and living the future and potential negative outcomes. The future tripping. Same with depression, but for the past memories, experience, etc. Anita, I have so much I wanted to tell my mom, but she won't listen, and she just talks about all her shit, and then she leaves every time. It hurts. Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking about that earlier, how much longer to sustain of being in our realities where, you know, just that emptiness, Anita. It's not about not, like, okay, it's fine, right? People only meet you at the frequency that they can, and we can only meet them where we can. But at some point, something's got to give, right? It's way too much like being a non-player character and then being interjected into people's lives, or they coming into ours, and then what's the highest, kindest, best thing to do? And it's like, if this is what life is fucking really supposed to be, and this is what ascension is, and this then what the fuck's the fucking point? Right? It really makes no sense to me anymore, Nita. There's too many of us with like minds that would thrive of community gathering and being able to be self without all this in between of, I'm going to call it nothingness, right? It's like being decorative in other people's life, because what we feel and what we want to talk about, or what our perception is shot down and not even heard. And then we sit there and we listen to certain things out of kindness. Doesn't even make sense to me anymore. Right? I'm getting ready to go camping and helping resolve sibling rivalry. Not quite in chat. I get it. Right on. Have a happy camping trip. I'm debating whether or not we just rock and roll and go camping. Angel fish, go Ray. Eat dirt. I'm craving dirt. Need grounding. Yeah, Anita. Been through the same thing with the boyfriend. They don't want your attention in anything else, especially art. Yeah. Yeah. And what's funny too, Anita, is that, by the time I chose to be in the relationship I was in, um, you know, uh, it's not like I was like, young version of me, uh, you know, it was all meant to happen. I understand, but that's why the knowing of self and what Lily and I need to sustain and feel like heard and listened to, right? It's important. You get it, Anita? Me too. When I'm driving, I'm in a flow. Exactly the same. We drove yesterday to a juice bar and it wasn't open. And the drive there and back, though, was amazing. The song messages. Yeah. Dude, we actually went to go somewhere and the whole fucking road was closed. And I'm like, whoa, what the heck? This is a whole road that leads people, But what we had planned, what we thought to do, it was like divert, and yeah. Yeah, you understand, Anita. I've been stuck with a bot too. I couldn't read the energy. Yeah, same. I couldn't I can't read the energy, but it's like some people, that's where they're at, right? So in order to like plant the seeds of certain things to boost them into like being able to read the energy. But yeah, no, it was a bot. It's a bot. I swear. Anita, I keep seeing my dog that passed go past me in spirit, and I'm like, wow. Oh, here, my dog that's with me now. Yeah, that's so cool, sweetie. You want hollandaise, angelfish? I ain't made fresh hollandaise in a long time. Paul, when there was a toilet roll shortage, it was the brown stain bears. Yeah. Good for you, Al. So you leave Wednesdays early every week, return late Saturday, thinking of leaving on Tuesdays and returning on Fridays. I don't go by the days of the week per se, Al. You know what I mean? Depends what's best for you and the route, the roads, right? It's cool if you have the choice. That's neat. Gotta get going, Ray. Appreciate you, V. Appreciate you too, Ray. May all here now be blessed in unconditional love, divine favor, joy, gratitude, compassion, kindness, forgiveness, acceptance, inner peace. You are loved always. Thanks, Ray. Ninja training. Yeah, angelfish. Aw. B, B, B. Be in the now. B, B. Trace B. Number 7. Ooh, Misa 7. Sweet results await. Oh, that's awesome, Al. Want to spend more time with Mama Love on weekends? Right on. Yeah, Alex. I'm gonna pull you one of these, Alex. I think I don't think I know. It's an Ascended Masters. I thought about you when I said tiger out loud, though, Alex, earlier. Do you have any tiger sinks? Ganesh. Ganesh. I'm not one to really remember or have like knowings that I can say out loud about Ganesh. That elephant-esque energy. And the key word up there is we. We, O-U-I. We is yes. So flow with what you know, Alex. You already know. The answer is yes inside. Alex, I am the tiger myself. Roar. Be the light. Yeah. Keep clicking up, Angelfish. Bumblebee. Yeah. Thank you, Anita. I knew there was something specific. Ganesh removes obstacles. Exactly, Alex. And that was the energy. You're welcome, Alex. That was the energy that Lady V was talking about this morning as well. How the certain closing, right? So the obstacles have been and are removed. And she was specifically saying, like, you know, we all have the ability to manifest. That's truth. And how certain of us targeted, what does that mean? I mean targeted as our souls to be flip into a certain reality only within a certain time. Time does not exist, but on a certain level, we're bringing through a new reality through, you know, 5D perspective, just frequency and up, right? So, and this is something I've been saying for fucking months, like, that truck energy, that I've been saying for months. What the fuck, sweet baby Jesus? I'm a master manifester. I just need true north direction. And that true north direction is not opening up to me because the timelines are not, you know, doesn't matter if, you know, my avatar and me is ready. The release, the full allowing of it is now in the process of opening. Anita, I'm going to pull you a crystal card, one of these dudes. Colette Baron Reed. I don't know if anybody has syncs, just Colette Baron Reed. M. Reed. But I feel to say it out loud. I don't usually, you know, shout out or imprint who did the decks, but I felt to right now. That being said, just saying Colette Baron Reid myself, I got plenty of sinks that flow. One of them being specifically, and I don't know if anybody will, you know, for this, but Snoopy and the Red Baron. Like, that's how my sinks go of like, huh? Yeah, Snoopy and the Red Baron. Yeah, Barrett. Barrett is my last name. I'm the Barrett. Grin and Barrett. Ooh, Cannabear. I canna bear it. Wonder where Cannabear is. Cannabear, I miss you. Ready, Anita? You had all the Snoopy G, says Angelfish. Damn you. Damn me for getting those sinks out, eh? Oh, Anita, I love this one. This is one of my freaking favorites. It's another 4 and a 3, which is 7, right after the B. And petrified wood. Petrified wood is so special and so important to me. Like, just any type of wood, but specifically, like, you know, driftwood, wood that you find in the forest that's been fallen since forever and a day, and it's just perfect. It's just perfect. The lines, the faces in petrified wood is, right? Shiva keeps coming into my mind. He destroys the old to build the new. Oh, man. My Kali to the Shiva ain't, like, giving me Shivas. You had them all, the 2 Woodstocks too. Woodstock, boom, Woodstock. That's a sink, guys. You have a lot of petrified wood with pieces of crystal in the middle. Wow, Anita, that's so cool. I'm gonna give a little bit of attention to the book and whatever can flow through. Oh, you ready for this? That eternal word. Patience, timelessness, patience and trust in universal timing, going with the flow. Bam. I was just saying that, how the release for, I didn't use the words divine timing, but that, you know, timelines aren't in place. You can't go manifest what can't be manifested because it's not the divine timing of it, right? And I love using the example of Elf herself when she was on Nicholas's, did a live stream with Nicholas in the late winter, midwinter, maybe beginning of spring, and she said, be careful what you wish for. Thank goodness I didn't manifest the ship of my dreams. We've been in a year where I wouldn't have had people to work the ship. I couldn't have been alone on this ship that I see, that I envision, because it's not, you know, it's not a little dinghy and it's not a sailboat for one. It's a fucking ship. So I've said it before as well. If I manifested the place of my dreams with my fucking dogs and my chickens and my rooster and like the land mass of what I see as a vision, build it and they will come, I wouldn't be able to take care of it myself with Lily Rose, just the two of us. Not in a way that made it enjoyable and that it wouldn't feel like a fucking headache all the time, right? And boom, I just was mentioning Cannabear earlier. You know, Cannabear, like a couple years ago, we were exchanging messages back and forth and comments, and it's like, you know, I'm sitting there in awe of his chickens and I want a rooster so fucking bad, and he's like, you realize I gotta get up every fucking morning because the chickens don't let me sleep, right? And it's like, yeah, I know. That's why I want to be a bunch of us and have a bunch of fucking chickens, because, you know, whoever's like the ones to be up can be doing that, or it's not always one person taking care of like a whole fucking lot of land. You know what I mean? Michigander, I see that you're there right now. Like, dude, it's awesome that you get time to prep, right? You're prepping your truck so that the plow, when it comes on, you're ready to plow. But when that fucking plow starts going, I don't know if you go plow for anybody else to help out. That's how it usually is here. The guy with the plow is either helping or, you know, has contracts with other people. You got to plow, you know what I mean? You always just use it self-sustain. But if you're plowing all fucking day and there's nobody fucking making you food and doing the stuff outside that needs to be done, because it ain't just about the plow. You know what I mean? When you have snow and in massive amounts with wind, it's not about just the plowing. Somebody's got to go shovel. Somebody's got to do something else at all times, right? So when you manifest to have a certain part of your dream come true, but you're sitting there, you know, over your head with fucking taking care of it, that you are actually already sick of what you manifested because there's no fucking, you know, support, nurturing, protection, like interaction, fucking sidekick to help, right? Hi, Nova. Patience, timelessness, patience and trust in universal timing, going with the flow. The universe has its own ideas about when and how to bring your intention into form, and we can be impatient, forgetting that time allows the universal consciousness to get all the wheels turning so that what we wish to co-create can begin to manifest. The appearance of this crystal is a reminder to trust in the timing of the universe. Good things come to those who wait. Oh my gosh. Great things come to those who have waited forever and a day. And Anita, your message right now is to be open to divine order, for you cannot control the timetable or form in which the universe expresses your intentions. Focus on the process, putting one foot in front of the other as you work at your own growth and healing. And what you need will show up in perfect timing. Petrified wood teaches patience and reconnection with the wisdom of nature. It can assist those who view the world as materially based. Meditation with petrified wood can also help in exploring and clearing ancestral patterns carried in DNA. Boom. Catching up with the chat. You're going to post some today? Yeah, I can't wait to see that, Anita. Hi, David Castle. Greetings and favor back to you. How's everything? You got a fly in the eye? If it ain't one thing, it's another in my eyes lately. Angel fish, I swear. Anita, I have that as well. Dream of living on a houseboat ship. Can I come? Do you remember, Anita? It would have been a month or a month and a half ago, maybe 2, but I sent you just a random fucking picture of a yacht. Yeah, a yacht. Why? Because a yacht is self-sustaining and would like really be comfortable for a little community. And the yacht even had a helicopter on it. No joke. And I just sent it random to a couple people. I forget exactly who. I sent the picture of the yacht to a couple people with no explanation and no nothing. Just, you know, let's just get a yacht, right? Whatever happens, whoever wants to burn stuff, go ahead. Go ahead and burn it. We got the yacht. You had company? Right on, Michigander. You have the quads with the plows too? Yeah, that helps for sure, eh? Michigander, I eat when I wake up 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Then I eat at dark after logging all day during winter. How's it going, Nova? Yeah, like singing on the toilet, Can of Bear. Yeah, his first videos with that toilet, eh? I wonder if he ever did I said put the toilet up. I was like saying put the toilet outside with plants in it, right? A little roll of toilet paper for fun. Yeah, Lily. Okay. You okay? Yeah. Okay. Really? Yes, I am. Thanks for asking. Says Genevieve, do you homeschool Lily Rose? Because if not, you're busy undoing the programming from them. What's the other singles daughter doing? Their kids get home from school and show Matrix. Yeah, Lily's not a part of the school system. She never has been. And, the only way to be a part of any kind of school system will be like new ways, right? So no, she's not a part of that. We're not a part of any timelines at all, Al. There's no deprogramming. I say that, but because we are part of like a nothingness of certain things, she does have like you know, going on the internet and certain things, but her mind is her own, and she's not. She's just Lily is Lily, and she sees clear. Makes sense, Anita. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you asked. Really, Michigander? I'm from the hood, so if I can learn, so can anyone. I've learned a lot these 5 years. Strong and stronger and getting stronger. Heck yeah, eh? Yeah, I did send you that random yacht, eh, Anita? It was just at the time where, you know what I mean? Like, just boom. Everything's there. Everything's there. Going good, Nova? Right on, Michigander. I got another vehicle to repair on the way now. It'll be hit and miss. Have a great day, everyone. You feel free, Nova? Thanks for sharing. That's beautiful. Tom, specifically, yes, my upper right thigh. I even mentioned it at the beginning of the stream. Juice comes in saying my bones are aching bad today. Anybody else feeling it? It's just one spot, Tom. And that's why I keep wondering, like, why right there? Like, it's right here, right there, like boom. It's like I would have had an impact or something. The legs, especially, Tom. Yeah. And a lot of shivers were coming through earlier and just didn't stay. I'm not manifesting and sustaining my shivers the way that I always usually do. You got it too in the hip, and it's not the hip, it's like just that one spot, right? You get that in the leg too? Yeah, it's like a dead leg punch. You sent the video link to Michelle. She might be sleeping. Anita says, yeah, my bones ache so bad from the opiate withdrawals. Also from Ascension. Definitely yes, Tom. Especially in your arms. Your bones are heavy when you don't drink angelfish. You're feeling tall in a short suit. Yeah, I get it. Mom? Yes, baby? Yeah, you need a towel, eh? Yeah. I kind of, yeah, I did that. I totally. Outside? Yeah. Drip dry, baby. Use toilet paper. One little baby slice at a time. Yep. Alex, boom, you noticed, eh? Michelle, you haven't used your signal in a long time. Damn right, you said that at 1:07 Eastern time, Alex. You're right, I have not used it in a long time. I did it on purpose today. Thanks for noticing, Alex. Thanks for noticing and saying that you noticed it. The moon is so bright right now that I can't see, in the sky, but that divine alignment, certain things, is just, it's huge right now. David, you got left knee issues? Anita says, no, let's not talk about the aches. Let's not talk about it. Ouch. Sometimes I find that by talking about it, especially in those moments where it's like, boom, 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 click, 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 I'm not the only one, right? I'm not the only one. It goes, it changes it and sometimes completely just boom, it's gone, right? So when I bring it up and stuff, it's in that, and with that intent that if when we realize that, 1, 2, 3, 4 of us are having the same type of thing pass through, it changes it, right? It does. And Juice says, Anita, I know what you're saying. It's best not to think about it. It's best not to harp on it and talk about it all the time. Completely agree. But I believe to get it out at least once, especially that's why I come here to do streams and gather us so that we can actually say the certain things that are going on that nobody else is going to even listen to or understand, right? So having the roundtable platform right now to say when certain things are passing through, to be able to get it out. Because once it's spoken of, it changes it. It really does. It's not about, manifesting more. It's about kind of harnessing it and realizing, especially when we have the, it's like when I said, there's something in my eye, and then within that time frame, other people had certain eye things going through too, right? The serpent is a big sink. Yeah. Yay, Anita. About 3 days ago, I had an amazing Kundalini experience. Felt like a snake was literally going up my spine and out my head. I was tripping. Raw, nice. I haven't had that kind of flow in a long time. Yeah, the rainbow serpent, Kundalini rising. Yeah, Anita. It has to be talked about, but it not in a way that perpetuates it, but that can actually help just, right? I don't like to go into things that speak about, it's been years where I don't place a focused attention on certain things to not bring it into my reality more. But there are times where, the energies are so high, so intense, that actually really going to educate self of where the Schumann is at, what type of activity is going through and stuff, actually just is boom, okay. Even this morning, I went to bed and my whole day yesterday, it was so hot that I didn't manifest a day of really excitement. In the moment that we went for a walk in the evening, it wasn't even, so much. And I looked at Lily and I was like, I can't stay out here for very much longer. First of all, it was the heavy, humidity in the air. The sun was, not bright, but still, it wasn't set. And I just was overwhelmingly hot. And then with all the people and the noises around, and it wasn't even but there's a lot of people at the waterfront. And because the water right now has got blue algae and is in a state of, I've lived off this lake this is my 5th summer, and I've been to this lake my whole life. And no matter how people speak of blue algae in the last years, I've always still wanted to go in the water. I've always felt invited by the water. I've always felt like it doesn't matter if everybody around me says they're going to get an itch or something's going to happen because of blue algae. Me is guided into the water anyways. And right now it's the complete opposite. It's complete opposite of no. My body is hot and sweating, and like I don't even want to walk, and I'm wanting to go away from the water instead of staying near it right now. Water retains memory. There's a lot of chaos, anxiety, and fear and fucking shit in the air. And it's like, you know, being on my deck last night. I'm gonna share it. Nobody really, like, I was the only one who stayed. I stayed in Allie and Corey's live stream until it stopped at 8:20. They were doing their live music, doing a show somewhere, and they had put the camera behind Corey and Allie, so just a little bit of visual. But I just sat on my deck all night and was just listening to that. I popped into a chat at one point, and then I was like, I don't really feel like looking at the screen and chatting and interacting, and I don't feel like hearing voices. I wanted to hear Allie and Corey. And then I did my live stream after that of I tried to put my balls. I put my balls out too late, so my glowing balls did not get enough, sun interaction to light up. So my balls are hanging outside right now. So if I do a live stream tonight, I will have, glowing balls. I know. Anita, I don't feel so alone with the aches anymore. So thank you for bringing it up, Tom, honestly. That's how I feel about it as well. Especially the out of the blue things, right? That way it says, pray for Heather, Free Flow. She called me and she says she's going to the hospital. She's not feeling well. Oh, thanks that way for saying so. Will she have contact with you to know? Check in when you can. And she will as well, but yeah, it's huge right now. Anita, no, Nova says to Anita, I had a dream and I felt that, and then I woke up. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's, thank you for shout out prayers for Heather, Free Flow. Anita says, it happened to all of us at the end of Glitch's stream. Had to cut the stream. It was so intense. We were all tripping. Right on. No, Alex, it was the 19th. Alex is saying is today Heather's daughter's birthday. The 19th was. But at this point, with just the energies, right? And, Juice says Heather's going to be okay. She just needs to understand the situation with Ascension, and the earth is waking up faster and faster. And that's the thing, though. The earth waking up faster and faster, and people waking up faster and faster. Sorry, guys. Me was naive. I thought it would get easier at some point. But people are really choosing chaos. People are really choosing resistance. People are really choosing judgment. Even those in this, light community, tribe vibe, people are choosing to not step up of what they really want to say, what they really want to embody, and are just sitting back, right? The more people are sitting back, me not saying it with judgment, but the more that those sitting back, the more that the anchors of us who we can't let go, right? We can't. And the showing up, it's really fucking hard. Heather has gone like above and beyond to be present and to gather us, right? Whether she calls herself a gatherer or not, she's accumulated a lot of us meeting a lot of other people from around the world in the last 2 to 3 months. It's crazy, right? So all those energies are synced with her, and we want to think that everybody has our highest interest, but we're being projected fucking bullshit that's really fucking hard to overcome when in your own reality, she needs to find another place to be. She's not welcome in her reality anymore. And just because she didn't speak about that like over and over, that's the truth, right? So everybody thinks it's so simple. Everybody's going to find their way because you just go within and you're going to find your way. Well, fuck you. Fuck you to not understand what it's like to be in this reality, a woman alone, and figuring it all fucking out when everybody's fucking looking at you like you're fucking crazy piece of shit all the fucking time in your own reality. Right? It's fucking huge how alone we are. It's beautiful to say we're never alone, and no, we are. And the things that some of us are living as in our path is so beyond words that it will never get fucking said out loud and told in the way, because when we do reach out, it's not helpful all the time, guys. It really isn't. There's a bravery for some people that it's like others will never experience ever what it is to fucking free flow in a way this way. Anita, my body is so sensitive at the moment. I can't handle cold. Even having a shower, the water over my head makes me psychic mind goes wild. Whoa, thanks for saying that, Anita. Yeah, as hot as I am right now, I don't want to be cold because my shivers would be overpowering. Yeah, exactly, Angelfish. Heather needs real hugs, real people in real life. You know what I mean? It's beautiful that we have these platforms and that we built a certain amount of like what it feels like to be loved unconditionally, whether we're speaking of stuff that people want to hear or not, that it's still accepted, right? And not having the reflection in real life is getting fucking really old. I never imagined certain people would still be not gathered at this time, and it's like, again, it's like the card says, the divine timing, the universal timing, all of that. But I'm thinking of a holistic doctor to help heal my rotator cuff. I've heard horror stories about how patients under and they give them the jab, and I'm not sure I trust the system now. I'm not going to focus a lot on that, Al, but thanks for mentioning it. I have not heard of that, but I mean, nothing would get me to a hospital except for true life or death. And there's so many other options first, right? And yeah. For myself, when I had Lily Rose, she's non-vax since birth, but there's 24 hours where they could have, and I will never know. And in the moment, I had to have trust in the system. But yeah, thanks for mentioning it, Al, because not all of us are going to come into that awareness. And for whatever reason that I said that out loud, and I'm going to repeat it one more time, is for those that need the message. I've heard horror stories about how patients put under and then they give them the jab, and I'm not sure I trust the system now. So again, I put that out there twice, in the sense that if somebody needs that message to make their own choices and decisions about what's coming up for them in their reality, right? Nita says, the night before I met Michelle Free, I had a dream that a girl came up and held me by the biceps and we spun together in a ball of light. Now I believe it was Michelle. I never felt anything like it before. I literally felt like a ball, light energy. Yeah, that gives me shivers. Definitely feel like that, eh? And thanks for writing that out too, Anita, because I do have those premonition dreams. I mentioned it earlier where I hear voices of certain people. I hear certain people practicing and playing guitar for years inside of me. And so when somebody pops up a vid randomly, and then all of a sudden it's like, boom, there is that person I was dreaming of. Angie was like that. I've had Angie's voice in my heart and in my dream time since I was a child, right? So it don't matter what Angie's speaking of. I've heard her voice since forever and a day inside of me and always have recognized it. Juice says super chaos just before the end. We are close. Whoop whoop. I hope so, Tom. It shocks me how, the choices being made, how collectively we want to be pushed to the brink. We do. Um, People don't want to act when it's, you know, going to make a beautiful, simple, pure story. They want to go through the trial and tribulation of the resistance first. And I just, you know, if this was 10 years ago and there was nobody saying, like, look, we're here, you're not crazy, we're all in this together, I would completely understand why people are choosing to make certain choices. But because there's so many, on a certain path, and that we're not being joined, and like more unity, more gathering, more sustained, like community vibe energy, it's shocking to me, right? So the timelines are all there to rewrite scripts, to, make a life, start a life, be happy. And the resistance is just, it's palatable. I can taste it, I can smell it, it's in the synchronicities all day, all the time, of like, whoop, there's the opportunity, and whoop, there it goes. I can literally feel certain people looking at their fucking phone, hesitating to reach out to others right now. For real. I can be woke up in the middle of the night by hearing who's like fucking crying inside of wanting to reach out but not doing it. Right? It's intense. It's like in Mountain Rain's videos. She made 5 specific videos, like 2 to 5 minute blurbs yesterday, and I listened to all those videos, like bam 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 bam, all 5 in a row. And that's the thing, is when you awaken to a certain perception, it just kind of hurts to have the bird's eye view of the resistance. And it's not exterior, it's not, sheep, it's not people across the world, it's the very people, everywhere here. Anita, Heather has a lot connected to her. She is safe. Yeah, Al, I guess you really need to read the fine print now before surgery. No kidding. How's it going, Emoji King? Yeah, thanks for mentioning. Emoji King likes to come in and suggest Dr. Robert Morse for health concerns. There's always ways to check things out before, following the systematic doctor route. There's so many. It's the time, the research, and then the doing it. Sometimes, it's so simple as altering our food intake, but if we don't do it, then you can't bring in the favorable effect. If you go to the doctors and you get prescribed pills, if you don't take those pills, you're not going to change. But you don't need to do that. You can go other ways. It's a choice, right? Anita, I meant to have a cyst removed under surgery, and I'm contemplating other ways now, Al. Thank you. Oh, that's a cyst with the mind, especially the Reiki, can have it not only disappear, but have it become completely dormant and not even exist in our body. I've done it for myself before, but it needs the sustained vibration of believing and, exterior stress just not taking in any stress, to completely eliminate and just shrink a cyst inside of us. Hi, Derek Echo TV. I saw down there you wrote, do you remember me? I'm trying. I do, but I don't. I can't remember specifically, but I do remember the name. I can't press on your channel to go in to see about vids, but how you doing? Boom. Anita. Yes. In the last few days, I see the reflection of myself in others in ways I've never seen it before. Yeah. I think that one of the most challenging things now, Anita, is that like the truth of everything is in plain sight. So how to like live with the utmost kindness and respecting the fact that, you know, someone can be in our reality or background, whatever it is, and then that the authenticity and certain things aren't flowing, right? So people saying exactly the opposite of how they feel and standing by it as if they mean it, but meanwhile their higher self, their inner child, their wounded masculine or their wounded feminine is like screaming at, you know, like it's there, it's part of the aura, it's all there. Like the interaction, you know, is hard because it's like, how many are we just gonna be here? Like fucking, I call it again, I'm gonna say it, like non-player characters just fucking going along with what other people need, right? Not manifesting reactions and drama, not calling people out, right? It doesn't help to call somebody out and say, like, that's not really what you feel. Could there be instances where you can pivot somebody like into another reality just by saying, like, I see how you really feel. It's okay if you don't want to speak about it. Or you know, that's where the reaction comes in. If people are not ready to face certain things about how, you know, their emotions, how they feel or all that, then, you know what I mean? Provoking more of chaos and pointing out doesn't help anybody. Yeah, Anita, since a child, Angie. Angie is so special. Yeah, since a child. Other specific people, it's just that much. And some people, it's just like I haven't had the opportunity to discover certain things yet in order to have the certain connection, the knowing, the full of, oh, it's that person, right? So some people are not in plain sight enough for me to really grasp to what point, you know, that I've dreamed about them, known them since ever, and a day. That's real. Anita, spirit just made a big noise there. Derek, I'm the one who sing from the heart healing. Aw, thanks for reminding me. I put you in blue, Derek. It should show up if you want to share your channel. Or did Angelfish just share it? Angelfish just shared her channel. Thank you, sweetie. That's what the blue is for, eh? Especially when we get the comments that we're not sub to people. Share yourself and share the channels. You not mean to have like a I never used the wrenches before, but now it's the opposite. It's just like important that we can all get what we need out, but you got to share it to have it seen, right? Anita says we have been planting some amazing seeds here. Oh, wow, Jack. Thanks for telling us. Oh, sweetie. Emoji King. Emoji Queen's dad crossed over at 3:20 a.m. this morning. Thanks for sharing, Emoji King. I appreciate it, Jack. Love to you all. Ooh, Anita, I hesitated to reach out yesterday, and it's the first time I've experienced that. 87 years old was his age. Thanks, Emoji King. I know you've shared his name before. I can't remember it, though. I think you've shared his name before. I can't remember. I have Michelle on the brain. Yeah, the Reiki is really important, Anita. We have it all in us, right? And we tend to not, like, even me, I say it out loud and it's like, when's the last time you did Reiki? And it's like, I'm kind of like, oh, you know, yeah, right? Me no know. Me no know. I also have an abscess that won't drain. I have to go get that sorted out too, drained or something. Hey, Jamie Lee Ruby, how's it going? Huge love from Ireland. Ireland energy in the house. Thank you. Anita, I say that to people who won't open up. You can't say you're energy happy if you're not. Energy doesn't lie. Exactly. Energy doesn't lie, but there's a part of me that just wants, for things to be simple and real. So it is still easy for me to believe the outer, you know, person putting everything exterior, even if interior they're fucking dying, right? It's hard. Anita says, has anyone else got a really tight neck? Not this week, but that was passing through last week for me. The translator went crazy, Alex. That's funny. Ugh, motherfucker. I knew it. Fucking sweet and sour, eh? Sweet results await. Sometimes life stings. It's like I said earlier, that pushing to the fucking brink. The pushing to the brink. It's just... You was thinking about the wasp spirit last night? Right on, Anita. I don't know. There's been too much stinging for too long, and like that's the thing is, wasp benefits us. Like wasp, it's a benefit. But at some point, when there's too much of that wasp energy around, it just doesn't feel safe, and the poking actually, it has gotten that it's causing a reaction. So you can be stung by one wasp, it won't change how your body feels. But you accumulate sting after sting after sting without a break in between. It's huge. It's just, where's the sweetness, right? Yeah. try to find the book, Anita. I'll read it out loud because the book is pretty spot on for how like the wasp feels here. But I would wonder if anybody like Googled wasp spirit, what else would show up than what's actually in my book, which I can't find. My tummy. I don't know where the book is. Oh, it's in the box. The book is in the box. The box is in the book. Wasp is savage. $64. Sometimes life stings. Not all that spirit creates in nature is actually easy to love. But when we look through the eyes of wasp spirit, we recognize that even though sometimes life stings, there's a purpose for pain, just as there's a purpose for wasps in the natural world. Wasps keep insect populations down, supporting the growth of plants. So too the sting of life may hurt, and you may feel deeply disappointed or even resentful that the wasp has shown up. But you will soon come to see that spirit has something wonderful in store for you. You may well come to realize that being stung led to something far better than you ever envisioned for yourself. Perhaps behind the scenes, wasp spirit was conspiring with spirit to ensure that you would grow something of value to you. Spirit has a plan, and wasp plays the part. Have you ever looked back and been glad your prayers weren't answered because the path you took led to something far better? Wasp spirit is a reminder to reflect on those times, for today's sting might hurt, but something better awaits you. I was just saying that earlier in the stream, how, certain things didn't come into manifestation because be careful what you wish for, it wasn't meant to. And that gratitude for not having manifested certain timelines and the patience to get to the ones that are growing something of value for us. I swear my boobs have gotten bigger than my head. With I don't know if it's the full moon energy. I wasn't going to mention it, but is anyone else's boobs just like through the roof? Double amplified. Like, I swear to gosh, packing all the heat from the humidity and carrying extra boob weight is not impressing me much, right? Yeah, John, exactly. John Fawcett. Big John, scuba instructor, worked Fog, Bethlehem steel shipbuilder. Boom. Steel, Bethlehem. That's his sink. Thanks for sharing, John Fawcett. Thanks for sharing, Jamie. Jamie confirms with Anita, yes, stiff neck today, and that is rare. It's synchronistic that you mention it. Yeah. It does resonate big time, Anita. And it's beautiful. When I read the wasp, it doesn't sting as much as, as it feels. But when you do certain things and then you have your certain, like for me, sometimes this card means that as soon as I press on the fucking off button of my live stream, like shit is gonna come hit my fucking fan, and it's like, oh no, motherfucker, not today. Not today. I don't give a shit if it is full moon and if somebody needs to get their fucking crank off, send them to somewhere else. Me is not playing, and me don't fucking want it, right? Like, not today. Anita, your boobs have been hurting. You too? They're huge. Yeah, they're fucking huge. One boob one day, the next boob the next day, and heavy. Yeah, I had certain pains come through this is the left a couple days ago, but now it's like the fucking, I'm not gonna hold it back, the amplitude, like more than a handful is a waist, right? My body doesn't like, And anybody remember, did you guys watch Forgetting Sarah Marshall? Where I forget what it was, I guess it was Sarah Marshall, the actress. She's really small. She's the one that played Anna or Elsa, Anna in, you know what I mean, in Frozen. And like she says, I could never get a boob job. Do you see how little I am? I would either tip forward or tip back. And that's how I feel, like fucking tippy. Like, no joke. David Castle. I don't think I've ever been stung by a wasp, but those yellow jackets, they have an attitude. Yeah. I think I've been stung by a wasp, but never a yellow jacket. And right now, I've not, in the last, I don't know how many years, I've not had as many mosquito bites as I actually do now. And by mosquito bites, I mean actively itchy mosquito bites that I will probably draw blood at some point today to just circulate. Yes, Kirsten Bell or Kristen Bell. I didn't know what her name was. Yeah, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I don't watch many movies, and that movie I think I watched over and over for fucking a year and a half. It just cracked me up so much, right? But I don't know if I could rewatch it now and think it's funny. I'm just not able to focus on movies. But that movie was special for me in my reality. Speaking of movies special to me in my reality, this morning, for the first time ever on YouTube, I got my first Revenge of the Nerds. Synchronicity. Somebody actually posted like a couple 2 to 5 minute, I forget, clip of Revenge of the Nerds. And my comment was like, wow, oh my God, nobody ever remembers this movie. That movie was important to me anyways. Fucking Revenge of the Nerds, right? Anybody remember Revenge of the Nerds? Well, one person did, and like it wasn't one of the first videos I saw, but it was one of the first I saw before I came and did the live stream, and I thought that was hilarious because I refer to that in so many ways all the time. And it's not because I remember the specific parts or the lines, but it's just like, you know, if you know, you know. Just, that's it. Jamie Hidirabi says, I keep bees and they haven't stung me yet, and it might be because sometimes I feed them honey and they associate my pheromones with nice things. But that's just it. Bees or anything doesn't sting unless it needs to. And like same with mosquitoes. That's why I mentioned it. I'm not usually one to attract the bites lately in my life. And right now, it's like, believe me, if you looked at other people, you'd be like, what do you mean, Michelle? Michelle, you've only got like 5 bites on your body. Have you seen this person? Like, it's a fucking connect the dot patchwork quilt of bites. And it's like, I know, but I have specific ones. One on my toe, one on my thigh, one right here. It's like they're all strategically placed and that the feelings coming through all over. Does that make sense? Angelfish, I've never been stung, nor my 3 kiddos. I'm 43, my oldest is 25, my youngest is 7, and no stinger medicine yet. Lily has had 3 to 5 incidences of stinger medicine. Oh man, is that what's happening next? That fake pregnancy feeling, Anita? So his mine are sore now, like the beginning of pregnancy. Yeah, mine are like the beginning of pregnancy too, where they don't feel sore, they just feel like very present, forward march, like all over the place, taking up a lot of room. That being said, the fact that they're swelled to this, like, I feel like they're monumental, taking over the fucking screen right now if I actually look at my cleavage a little too much. That's just because I'm not used to showing it. And it's so hot, right? So it's like that extra little patch of like sweat, right? Me drippy all over the place is like, whoa, right now. Emoji King, anybody's nuts hurt every so often. You put a lot of funny emojis, but seriously, that's gotta be a thing, dude. Someone I specifically was talking to a couple years ago, and he mentioned that he had a cycle per month where, you know, the nuts was like very sensitive. For real. I had noticed the patterns in you know, the monthly cycles of it, and the pattern with the moon energy, emoji king. You gotta know your balls, man. Balls know the way. Nova, yellow jackets eat fly maggots. Ooh, that's interesting. Now let's talk about food, eh, Nova? Nova, I know that because I studied forensics. That's so cool. What? Are you joking, Emoji King? You actually watched Revenge of the Nerds yesterday? Dude, boom. Sync. That's cray cray. Hi, Shannon222. Thank you. How's your day going? Anita, I used to be attacked by the mossies. Is that mosquitoes? Not many ever now, even where they are all around me. Same. That's why it's like, whoa, a lot of bites. I had bites on my face coming back from the woods. I had a bite here, bite here, bite here. Like facial bites. That's a whole other level of itch and like, huh? Happy full moon back at you, Shannon222. It's a 2-2 day today. It's my daughter's birthday today. She's turned 21. It feels so strange to not have her here. So strange. Nova says, one time I was almost stung by a bee and it was super weird because it was very cold outside, winter, and I noticed there was a stinger stung to my jeans, but it didn't go all the way through. And then I saw the bee dying at the corner of the classroom. I was at school. Whoa. That's strange, eh, Nova? Something happened with a wasp. I forgot, but last week, Lily had a wasp right on her mouth, her lips. 2 hours before she had the wasp here, my dad got stung by a wasp on his knee. And then at one point there was a certain amount of us sitting outside, and you know, I turned to Lily and she had a wasp. And I've not killed or wanted something killed with intent in so many years that it was actually shocking to me that I wanted that fucking thing dead. I didn't want it to come back. I was so fucking angry to see something on my child's mouth that it was like, kill it. And I'm the one that, you know, like, no, don't kill it, I'll take it. You know, taking pine bugs, taking everything, moving it away. But it was like, no. That hit my mama bear radar. Like, if it would have been a human, I would have known that, like, oh, fuck, I am maybe not as sweet as you think I am. Because to see the wasp on my daughter's mouth like that, it gave me flashes of how when people want you to be quiet, they put your hand over their mouth. Or, you know what I mean? When somebody wants you to be quiet, it goes like this. And I can't handle that. I can't. Like, I fucking can't. You know what I mean? Don't ever put your fucking hand on my mouth. But seeing the wasp and then the trying to, like, understand, like, is it because she's holding things back that she feels, you know, because of, you know, where we are, what's around us. Like, what was the message of the wasp? And that I was so just like, just death. That was it, the only option. And, you know, I feel bad saying that because I don't really kill anything. You know what I mean? I will find a way to just preserve the life of anything. And it shocked me how my reaction. But, you know, I was talking about it earlier when I pulled the wasp. There's stuff that, you know what I mean? Like, if it can't come full circle or have a release and actually, you know, in my life, like, what the fuck, right? That cheerleader, have patience, and that divine timing. You can look back at a video a year ago of me talking and a video of me 2 years ago of me having all this fucking patience, and that, you know, certain things are not we're not able to manifest. And then now it's like that turn the page, flipping into a new script. This is it. It has to be. You know what I mean? It has to. You had that same. It touched me, especially your mouth. And that's the thing, is I've been saying it for 2 years, how bees and wasps come very close to me, and it's like they always want to come near my mouth or come inside, like in a fucking horror movie or in a weird movie. And I've always accepted it, seeing it for the higher good of, you know, kiss me, right? Like kissy, hug, and no means no, right? So when bees or wasps come close, it's like no means no, go. And even this year, the first bee that I saw by the edge of the water came right, like right here. And like there was no instinct to want to kill it. None. Not for a second. But that one, I think it happened on the 13th. I'm not sure if it was the 13th or the 14th, but there was no way. David Castle. I watched Revenge of the Nerds last weekend on the IFC channel. They played Animal House, Revenge of the Nerds back to back. I didn't get to watch it all, just parts. Yeah, I would probably just watch parts as well. You know what I mean? Just those. Sometimes, especially, like, dude, when I watch those movies or have blurbs of it come back, it's like I realize where certain expressions that I use actually came from. You know what I mean? Like, from those classic movies that I forgot. I got those silly mannerisms and that I kept them, like, for all those years. All those years. One of the things that used to piss people off about me is that I don't really like watching a lot of movies, but when I did, there was a certain time frame in the last 10 to 15 years where I didn't want to watch anything except if it was fucking ridiculous, right? So I loved Harold and Kumar because it was just fucking ridiculous. The Forgetting Sarah Marshall movie I talked about earlier, Without a Paddle, that's like in the last 15 to 20 years, just Without a Paddle. It's just like fucking ridiculous, right? And just whatever. Or I would watch like just straight up like action, and not action that has certain timelines of the love stories in it, but just action, right? That's why I haven't watched movies in a long time, but that I resonate like big time with John Wick 1, 2, 3. It's action back to back. There ain't no fucking tits and ass. It is not about sideline stuff. It's just action. That's, you know what I mean? I haven't been able to watch certain movies in so long, but the ridiculousness of movies made me happy for so long. Yeah, Emoji King. Men do have to know their balls, and I'm aware of these moon cycles in myself. And yeah, you watched Revenge of the Nerds yesterday while sitting with Big John Fawcett. Wow, that makes me cry. Thanks for sharing, Emoji King. You know, when stuff comes out of the blue and then all of a sudden, like, I got this, like, fucking Revenge of the Nerds sync that finally, like, years I make jokes and I say stuff, and either people, you know, they just don't remember, or it just doesn't, you know, there's no sync to it. And it's just like, okay, just boom. But to have it this morning and that you watched it last night with John, and then just, you know, David Castle saying he watched it last week, like, that's a trinity, right, of the syncs. Thank you. Sometimes, like, when I talk about the missing puzzle pieces of people who don't comment or show up, or who are not even existent yet in my reality, it's like there's so many things inside of me that flow that, you know, don't get grabbed, of the channel aspect of it, the synchronicity of it, the like how it matches us somehow, like, you know, like, why did I say a certain thing out loud, and then when other people like jump on and you know, like, holy crap, what is the, you know, the chances that finally there's a Revenge of the Nerds sync and that you were watching that last night, right? As this passing was happening. Thanks for saying that. Exactly, Nova. Wasps are increasingly recognized as valuable pollinators. Yeah. I that's why I spoke of like the story of what happened like last week with Lily Rose, is that I do see them as, they don't make me afraid or don't have the anger or think that, like, I know that they are as valuable, the pollinators. I know that if we didn't have a certain, there's wasps outside all the time here. I've never considered squishing one or getting one out of my way, or even, you know so as well, probably, as I'm saying all this, it goes to show where my frequency was at, right? If I've never even considered you know eliminating a wasp before, and then when I was, in a certain environment that I needed for it to be gone, and it was not negotiable. You know what I mean? It was not negotiable. Yeah, choose. The past and future all meet up at the same point. It's coming soon, soon, soon. Yeah, Shannon. I've always had wasps around. They're one of my spirit animal totem. Nita, I was once renting a room to a woman and she never paid any rent or food and smoked my smokes. And I got stung by a wasp. Next thing, she wakes up and starts trying to bash me. She said, "This is why I live under bridges, because people like you." I still don't get it, but the wasp thing brought up that memory big time. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Anita. She smashed everything glass all over my house and then left, all over the floor, the whole house. How crazy. Fast times at Ridgemont High. I was thinking of that, David, when the other two were written down. I've seen a few things like that, Nova. There's a YouTube channel about a girl who has a real pet bee. It's so friendly, it lands on her fingertip as well. Yeah, and you can see, because bees all have different patterns, so you can see the repetition. It's the same one, that there's the relationship built, like in a bee movie, right? Like in a bee movie. Oh, I'm gonna read that. Juice from the Sky says, "I'm thinking of doing a video on Nimrod's penis. LOL, I know my higher self is doing this to me. Punishment for something I did in a past life." You know what, Tom? I ain't gonna lie, there's not enough people talking about penises these days. What does that mean? We're going from a third dimensional program of what a penis is meant to do, how it's meant to act, and all that shit, into a new reality where everything you've been taught about your dick, you don't know your dick until you actually do. So shout out to those who speak of, like semen retention, anything of knowing their own genitalia by experience, because I wish I could be like, the dick whisperer and make vids for you guys about understanding your own fucking bodies, but I'm not wired that way. And believe me, I don't have a masculine in my life that I actually have a true example of somebody who embodies a divine masculine to be able to fucking share. Because believe me, unless my dude would ever say like, no, we're not talking about this stuff, it's like, yeah, could we educate people on what a penis is all about, right? So fuck, bring out the dick vids, Tom. And I say that like with complete, like, honestly, if a wave of people, masculines, who are empowered in their own like alignment within to teach a little bit right now, some penis energy, how to know your own body, how to like really embody a divine masculine, because you're not still saying the same jokes to us, you're not still treating us the same way, right? My higher me and all of my aspects will not, like, can't be at the frequency of somebody who still thinks with their dick. And that's sad to me because there are people that, that's what's missing in the connection with the feminine, is that they're still in their, their divine masculine wounds and still angry at the feminine, thinking that we're trying to seduce y'all, trying to do all this stuff. And it's like, hello, it's not about that anymore. You're the one that's playing the game of like whatever words you use and thinking through your dick. Me is not, right? So you had called the police. See how the siren comes up as I'm gonna read? Anita says, I had called the police, but I had already cleaned up the glass for my son's safety and she was already gone. Nova, the Bee movie is so silly. Alex says, who the fuck is Nimrod? Me not know. But if he has a dick, Alex, he could educate people about, certain things. The sirens going off, eh? Oh, they stopped close. No, Tom, no dick vids. I'm not a porn star. I never told you to be a porn star. You say that, but I was thinking last night that I watched it randomly one time. Zach and Miri make a porno. And I was like, just, yeah, I don't know why, but it came through my awareness last night. So that you write, no dicks, I'm not a porn star. And that movie came up for me last night, like remembering it. Specific scenes just like cracking me up in my mind's eye that I was remembering. Snickers and giggles. Tom says I'm joking. I don't back away from subjects because it starts with penis, right, Tom? It's all good. If we can talk about everything, we can definitely talk about that. It's not a big deal. I'm not even blushing. Oh, really, Nova? I used to sleep to the Bee movie when I was younger. It was one of Lily Rose's favorites as well, and mine as well, to have in the background, right? As the mom that has the movies in the background, there are certain things that we enjoy and it's nice, right? And other things that it's like, if I could never hear this movie again for the rest of my life, I won't. I will not. So yeah, the Bee movie was always just a nice. Anita, so many sirens, as if Kate, when I'm connecting with someone, phone calls, live stream conversation, etc. Yeah, usually it will be the crows showing up for me. I don't have many, you know what I mean, phone calls or interactions, but the crows or other birds will be prevalent during our conversation. Feathers, people finding feathers because they're walking at the same time as they talk to me, or just sitting there somewhere and then realizing there's a feather nearby. The messages as we're talking about certain things. You cried a lot lately, very prevalent lately here. I have not. I get the feeling rising up a little bit, but nothing is flowing through. And that's not necessarily a really good thing. It's not really that I'm holding it in, it's just nothing's coming through. I could make myself cry right now with just the thought of like half of me feels frozen, guys. I don't know what aura you see, what energy you see, if I'm glowing for you, if my eyes, like what you're, someone who reads energy, like looking at me, especially because I've streamed now for hours. I put myself out there for a couple days for hours on end. I'm not sure what you guys see and feel, but that whole like, she's so tough, she's so wise, that shit is not real right now inside of me. You know what I mean? And like my heart doesn't feel like open, in a way that it feels like it gets closer and closer and more frozen instead of more open. Yesterday I had three specific things, three things said either in my stream or somewhere else that actually made my heart go like, and it was like, I need more, I need more, I need more, right? I need more. And yesterday, like, does anybody even notice what really passes through me? But when I said at one point, and I haven't gone back, I'm not going to go listen to it, but in my stream yesterday, it was within the first hour, maybe two, I can't remember, when I said, like, who has stepped into the stream? I'm so hot. And I was thinking about it this morning. Like, I live on camera yesterday, something so hot passed through me that I was looking at myself not passing out, not allowing for my body to pass out right on screen. And I worked through it so good that, I mean, unless somebody actually watches and listens to me, nobody actually really caught it, right? Or does anybody even catch that stuff? How intense it was for me, and that I kept streaming for hours after, right? How the fuck, who the fuck, what the fuck did that? I have a lot of answers coming through, but guess what? My higher self and the middle, all aspects of me are in this state of, I need validation. This living life through like this fucking, all the discernment, all the stings, and it's lacking so much sweetness around me, for me. Like, where the fuck does a mama bear get nurtured, right? Mama bear is in protective nurture mode herself all the time. Where the fuck does a mama bear get nurtured? Like, you know what I mean? At some point, the self-sustaining is taking its toll, like, big time. Big time. Hey, SMS, how's it going? You meant crows, not cried. I love it. Cried a lot. Crows meant a lot lately. Right on. Oh my god, I got like coffee up my nose. Did you see? I swear. I think so. Yeah, Nova. Crows can be trained to give you gifts. I imagine you can train them to find dollar bills for some meat. How's it going, SMS? Nita says, but yeah, I also cried a lot lately. I have a lot of emotions coming up. Juice from the sky, an obelisk. Obelisk. I don't know how do you say that in English. Obelisk is a symbolic of the Nimrod's penis. Glitch's stream got hot yesterday as well. Is that, yeah, Tom, Juice from the sky. We're getting caught in plasma vortexes, Genevieve. It's overwhelming as fuck sometimes. It is. And to be like sometimes of like that feeling of certain things coming in and like, woo, no. It's just. David, strong energy waves. I get that every now and then. I'm gonna circulate for a minute. feeling tired today too. I actually slept like a full night. Like, I didn't even wait till the moon was visible. And I went to bed like it was before midnight, maybe around 11. I can't remember. I didn't really check. I woke up twice, once around 1ish till for about an hour or so to look at the moon. Then I went back to bed and I woke up another time before dawn. Came out, went outside to get some of the cool energy, just it was because it was so cool just before dawn, and then fell back to sleep. So I slept a lot the last week or so, a lot of sleep. David, I had 2 people contact me last night that I hadn't seen in 10 years. Oh, Juice, thanks for mentioning it, sweetie. I really want to play guitar, but I can't stand up. I'm so dizzy. Boom. And that's the word I forgot. Earlier, I said about how last night we tried to go out, and we did. And then we were kind of walking, and I looked at Lily, and I was like, I can't do this much longer. It was the dizziness. It was dizziness. The heat, the humidity, but the dizziness. And Shannon, I just see what you're writing. I get dizzy when there's big earthquakes. Me too. Me too. Especially when they're close. Like, we've had some stuff go off in Saskatchewan, the Yukon, and Quebec, where the trinity of the feeling of that. I forget what the date was when the Saskatchewan was, but it was a 3 something, and it was like, oh yeah, oh yeah. So I really am grateful to Paul Butler, who just brings through all the information. And it's funny because, like, you know what I mean? When you come from Canada, when you're in Canada, if somebody says, like, Ontario, Canada, or Quebec, Canada, like, we kind of roll our eyes, because if you saw how big our fucking provinces were, you would understand that there's, you know what I mean? Like, they're fucking really big. So I go in and then go get the information. And sometimes Paul is so quick on the draw of saying specific earthquakes that happen in Ontario, Canada, that you know what I mean? It's another 12 hours before Canada is actually saying where it happened. You know what I mean? Finding my, like, location. Yeah. The smoke as well. I'm not in the vicinity of the smoke, but it's everywhere, right? So the moon was beautiful for you this morning. Right on, Shannon. You're getting a lot of sleep too? Yeah. Slide zone, time travelers, rhyme travelers, wrinklers in time. Angel Fishes, Paul is an hour away. Gee, we got you. Yeah, I would imagine you were. I always wondered how close you were to Paul and his condor. We love the Eagle Condor mission. Yeah. Did you catch when he just did a little snippet, a short video yesterday playing Amazing Grace on guitar? That moved me a lot, Angel Fish. Why? Because we can all be as brave as we want to be and say what, hold the line and be strong, but it's taken its toll. It is. It really is. On so many levels, and just that Amazing Grace energy. It was just a short, but it was enough to just, like, especially in the last weeks, where just that whole my mind and my heart really don't even care anymore that my soul has signed up for this, right? So if nothing ever comes full circle of anything, and I'm constantly here for years as a fucking bit player, like decorative in this society, it's like I said yesterday, like we can't go back and eat steak. We can't go back and just go get the fucking job anymore. It's not, it doesn't work for us, right? Glory be to those of you who can sustain your fucking reality with something that's even the semblance of fucking normalcy to be safe. Because as the shit show gets more real and there's no evidence of the magic, the miracles, the gathering, you know, the momentum of that is going to lead to other timelines at some point, because just that's it, right? Every gestation has a date of birth. You know, you don't just get pregnant and then, you know, you have 9 months, and then after 9 months, full circle, there is going to be an interaction. You will get cut in half to have that baby taken out of you that cannot survive. The mother will fucking die, and so will the baby if the gestation doesn't have a birth. And this is where all this feels like. So saying the words of hope and faith and everything when no fucking, you know, there's something credible, real, tangible not happening. It just, we can't loop and say for years the same things without a true metamorphosis, without true birth. I don't believe this is all about just our single my inner wounds and shit. It's the fact that so many are hanging on to stuff that we're not even building new scripts. Stagnancy, right? You get it, eh, Tom? We can't keep, like, we can't keep saying and even believing that without every every season has a cycle. It can't just, you know, beginning, middle, end, right? Yeah, the Kundalini is really rising tonight. You had wrote Nothing Else Matters yesterday, and I had it 3 times, 3 different ways in my reality later. Angelfish. My syncs were so through the roof yesterday. Like, that's the thing, is that the syncs are all there, right? To the point where Dustin Brad Love Frequencies on Instagram does a little vid. He's dancing to Walk Like an Egyptian by the Bangles. We're in the car an hour later. Boom. Walk an Egyptian, like the Bangles. I was gonna make a vid, but just it wasn't no. But it was like, whoa, like we don't hear that song every single day, and I just saw Brad dancing to it, and now I'm hearing it. One of our biggest sync songs, me and Lily, when we entered the car last night, was Sunglasses at Night by Corey Hart. And it was funny, Lily was kind of laughing at me because she had sunglasses on, and I forgot.
I literally just put on my sunglasses.
She had just put them on. The song came on. Meanwhile, I forgot my glasses here. I didn't have mine, so she's kind of giggling at me. And boom, when I woke up to like a text that Michelle Lee sent me, Can I'm Free, she took a picture of the moon and said, I'm listening to Sunglasses at Night as I walk, and here's the moon. So like the flow is all there, right? But it's like, yeah. Boom. David says, Amazing Grace is actually playing on my TV right now. Thanks for saying it, David. David says, Star Trek, The Wrath of Khan. Boom.
Thicker
Khan
than a Snicker.
is on, and they were playing Amazing Grace. That is funny. I'm kind of pretty high. Yeah. It's nice. Don't cut yourself with that thingy.
No.
Yeah,
I will
cyclically.
not.
Yeah, angelfish, one by one we will gather. Enter Sandman for you. Angelfish, really? The Bangles was the first cassette that I owned. Boom. Angel says, Dustin sent me that song first. Divine Enters. Thank you, Angelfish. Love you guys too. Thanks, Alex. She's cutting herself up some cucumbers. The Wrath of Khan is the reason we hate all earwigs, Angelfish. That's funny. Been on for 2:42. It's 14:25 Eastern Time. It's so fucked up too. It's like every part of me is so done here that there's nowhere that feels like a happy place right now. And that feels so negative to say and to think, but that's just the way that it is. And nothing here in my reality feels like my happy place. You know what I mean? And part of me is thinking, like, I should just put out the map of Canada, fucking roll the dice, and wherever it lands, that's going to be my next happy place, because it's not coming through. It's not coming through.
Maybe Ontario?
Juice says, we're not out of the womb just yet, but soon we will start the connections when we get out of the damn womb. Let me out the fuck already. No shit. Angelfish, also, do not tell your kids the kiwi is cow balls. Just keep it in fruit. We believe. I never thought to say that. We actually had bear balls on the weekend at my dad's.
Yeah.
Bear meat in meatball form. And so there was a lot of people for my dad's birthday. And at one point,
50 people.
my dad was saying something about, like, make sure you keep room for my bear balls, right? And then he goes and talks to other people. So a lady's looking at me and she's like, are they real bear balls? And I was like, well, sort of, right? They're not the actual balls of the bear, but they're balls made from bear meat. And just kind of laughing about it. But then highly educated people, because not everybody knows that a bear penis, let's talk about penis again, that a bear penis actually has a bone. So I don't know if that's where boner came from, and I don't know what other animals actually have a bone in their penis, but a bear actually does have a bone in their penis. And it's shaped like, something that if you were holding it in your hands and you were asked, where does this bone come from, you would be examining it for a long time. There's different shapes and kind of size, well, not shape, they're almost shaped the same, but different sizes and lengths to bears penis bones. So it was so funny because we went from talking about bear balls to bear bones, bear boners. I know, bear balls. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my dad said, yeah, educate people ASAP. My dad said, he's like, I was gonna bring, because he has a sack of bear boners, like the penis, like the bone. He has a whole sack. Like, he collects them, basically. When somebody gets a bear, like during hunting, or if there's just, he grabs the bone. So he has a whole collection, and he was like, I was gonna bring the collection to my party, but I decided to keep it at home. I thought that would be a bit too much. Oh, fuck. I swear. Yeah, my dad likes to take out, he's got it in a sack, a leather satchel, for real, Tom. And he'll take the sack out when people are at the house. And, like, let's just say there's 5 or 6 people at the house for supper that have never seen this and don't know, right? So he'll take the sack out, and then he'll give a little bone to everybody and have them hold it. He's even told people to, like, just what do you think it is? And he'll play this out for like however long. And I've seen women throw the bone across the room. I've seen women duck and tuck like as if they touched the worst thing ever. So I've seen a woman go from examining a bone, right, to like squawking and the whole thing flying because she can't believe that she's touching like a bone penis. It's so funny. Yeah, that's my dad. A sack of socks. Oh yes, the sock never runs out of merriment.
A quick cucumber presentation.
Oh, cucumber presentation.
I really don't want it to fall.
I really don't.
I hope it's okay if I get in there.
Yeah.
On my desk.
Just bring the plate out as soon as you're done.
Yep. And I'll make sure there's not on the floor or anything.
Let's get a goddess going. Smells so good, Alex. Alex says, well done, Lily. I want to grab them. They smell so fresh and yummy. I'm trying to think. What did I make for food last night? After the stream, Lily was so hungry. It was like, okay, 20 minutes and I'm going to have food on the table. So I made green and yellow beans from the garden. And then I flavored them up with some butter, salt and pepper, and maple syrup. I whipped up a rice that was just like basically like a package, but whipped it up like fast, added some onions and stuff. And what was the other thing? Oh, I had made like just cut up tomatoes with olive oil and feta cheese. And then we didn't really have anything else but just water or whatever until I think it was around 10. After I was done my live stream last night, I came in and I made us some mega amazing freaking nachos. So I have a specific chip that's not like a brand chip. It's more of like just very good quality tortilla chips. Like it's not a brand. It's like those type of local places that, you know, that manifest stuff. It's not like a big thing. I don't even know what the name of it is, but they're really good, and they have like a flavor to them that's like beyond Doritos. And so I cut up a bunch of onions and some cheddar cheese. What else did I put on top? Oh, I splashed Red Hot just randomly before. Oh, and feta. A ton of feta. I'm like really into the feta right now. Oh my gosh. I could just like chew on a brick of feta right now probably. And then I threw that in the oven, and then I stuck hummus, sour cream, and salsa in the middle. So it was a nice flavor of sauce that got all like either one of each or two or three. It ended up like in a gooey, like, at the end. Oh, it was so good. You knew I was going to start talking about food again, eh, Tom? Aw, that's beautiful, Angelfish. When we visit, I want to hang out with Lily Rose and Dad. Yeah, Lily Rose and my dad danced a lot on the night where we had music. It was really cool. We were starved yesterday. Chicken steak, gravy, and mashed potatoes. Yeah, I'm so craving those mashed potatoes that I might go get some, but make them at around, 9 or 10 tonight. Alex, we'd love to go to a party with your father. I'm sure we would never be bored. Alex, you and my dad, no comment. Just no. Yeah. Yeah. For real. You know what I mean? Yeah. 3/4 of the jokes that you've ever written out are my dad's jokes. You know what I mean? That's sometimes why I can like not read all your jokes. You know what I mean? They're my dad's jokes. So yeah, you guys would get along like bread and butter. For real. Oh, nice. Juice from the sky. I just had chicken roast with my family. So nice. What did you have with the roast? Just because I like the food ideas, I don't mean to make everybody hungry, but I'm in a very hungry mama bear state, meaning like I'm fucking hungry. I'm hungry. Like I'm hungry and I've been needing meat. Like not a lot, but just needing it. And a lot of it is for the grounding. If I didn't have the food, I am so light and neither here nor there that I need to be anchored in this reality because it doesn't serve me or a greater good to be all willy-nilly and neither here nor there. So it's like mega grounding. Hey SS, were you napping? I was just wondering if, because earlier you said I'm listening and napping. I was wondering if you fell asleep or if you went out and did certain things. Oh God, I know, Angelfish. Oh my gee, I sweated under my nipples. They're drenched. Yep. Yep. Best gravy potato mash I ever even had. Side, I don't know, chowder and passed out. Yeah, we snarfed the nachos and went to bed not long after. I don't care what they say. Who is they anyways? To tell me like it's better not to go to bed on a full tummy. It's like, no, that's just the opposite of me. Like I completely resonate with people don't, you know, it's not good for them, but it's like me love going to bed on a full bear tummy. You sleep so good. They say that you don't dream if you eat before you go to bed. It's like, okay, well, I do, right? So a lot of those teachings of what they say, if you listen to them and you wonder like certain things, but if you do the opposite, it can change your whole life, right? Eating food before bed helps me to sleep like deeper. It's like awesome. Love it. And it's not just like, oh, I'm going to eat before bed because I want to. It's like, no, I need it. I'm craving it. Right? It's not a regular do it all the time. It's because I need it at the time. Juice says it was the chicken roasted with potatoes and carrots and my aunt's beans. We had the beans yesterday too. And some leafy greens. And Yorkshire pudding. Dude, the Yorkshire pudding. Oh, man, I'm drooling, craving that. Thanks for that, Tom. You just gave me an idea. It might not be right now because the hotness. You know what I was sitting there like dreaming and wishing about my whole life? I've always had a fucking crock pot. No matter what. No matter what. No matter what. And right now, especially because it's hot, me would fucking use that crock pot just to make like exactly what I want, but not heat up the house and then eat when it's a little cooler, right? Around between 7 and 9 p.m. But I don't got a crock pot. Go figure, eh? Can't always get what you want. Ooh, Aryan Rod. Aryan Rod. 11:11, awake and aware. Rod. Aryan Rod, 3 time that into the blue. Matches my dress. Yep. Angelfish for me, game changer. When I've had a bad dream, I grab chocolate from the candy jar and I eat it and I go back to sleep. Yep. And see, other people would have chocolate and that would give them nightmares, right? But for me, I completely resonate with that. Sending pot, so crocked. What a crock, eh? Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting very hungry. I don't know if it's because I'm talking about it or because it's just I've been on for like 2, 5, 6, almost 3 hours. Anytime, so hungry. I know, me too. I want roast chicken with Yorkshire pudding and mashed potatoes and lots of gravy, mayonnaise, and what do you call that stuff? Cranberry sauce on the side, right? I'm not so into turkey, but chicken with cranberry sauce. Brie cheese with cranberry sauce. Oh my god. If you like brie cheese, melt that shit up with like some cranberry sauce and some bread. Oh my. Yeah, angelfish. I thought I was weird, but guess some endorphins, whatever, when I eat chocolate. Same. Me not like milkshakes, angelfish. Strawberry milkshake. I'm not a milkshake girl. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. I'm not into milkshakes. I don't like sucking stuff, thick stuff. I really just bleh. But strawberry milk. You ever made you know that stuff you can buy in a squeeze bottle or powder that's strawberry milk, but make fresh stuff. So basically you're taking fresh strawberries and simmering them up. You either add sugar or you don't, depending on the time of the year. You either add a sweetener however much you want or not, but then you add that stuff to milk. I don't even like to drink milk, but that would taste good right now to me. Yeah, I'm a chewer. I'm not much of a sucker. I don't like puddingy stuff very much, or just I like a consistency. You're not into the milkshakes either, Tom? Yeah. Thanks for being here, David. David Castle. Have a great positive energy exchange day. Must go do my music frequency ritual. Much love. Much love back. Thanks for being here. Love you, dude. Oh, Shannon, I'm gonna make some waffles topped with a cream cheese and apple butter and Irish butter. What the heck is Irish butter? What's in that? I don't know what that means. You like liquid foods a lot, Anita? That's cool. It is like juicing, and I thought when I had a juicer that I would be a juicer queen, and it's like me not like the consistency of fucking sucking on shit. Like I really don't. Sounds awesome. Angelfish. I love goat milk banana smoothie with yogurt. Kerrygold Irish butter. Neato. Angelfish, Mama had given me goat's milk. Reals, I have a thing, no goat I ever met. Anita, I struggle to eat a lot, so I drink liquids a lot. Nutrient supplement for drinks and juices a lot for me. That's awesome, sweetie. Adrian Rod time. Right now, you have all the time in the world to reach your fullest and highest potential, your intentions and your desires. This is the same as what Petrified Wood was saying as well. The same message. Arian Rod, the Celtic goddess of time, is your ally, and she will ensure your timing is perfect. The hours will expand to gift you with the space you need to complete anything you started. Today, recognize that no matter what's in front of you, time is your friend. Consider that everything you intend and desire also has its own relationship to time, and all will come to you in the perfect form, in the perfect moment. Patience, dedication, and quiet anticipation are delicate yet potent allies now. My hair is not wet anymore too. I'm wondering, why am I feeling like hotter and hotter? But I started the live stream, I had just wet my hair and it's all dry already. My hair is so like, just like, I'm not one to keep it up for hours on end, but I just can't fucking stand it touching me right now either. It's like too much. Too much. You have visitors, G? What do you mean? I can hear a car outside and it makes me wonder what it's doing there, if that's what you mean, Angelfish. Is that what you mean? You can see them? Oh, like things around me, you mean? Yeah. Yeah. Does it feel good to you, Angelfish? Supernova status. S'enraciner, grounding. I had just spoken about grounding with the food, needing the food for grounding. And, right? And I really am, like, I just do my cycles of what I need of food naturally, but it's incredible how much food I've needed in the past month, right? It's really a lot for myself. Like, it's a lot. I have the ancestors in the house. You can see them. Thanks for saying so, Angelfish. I said that earlier, right? It's so little. What I need is like some sort of validation. I do feel that around me. It's beautiful that you see and you say that you see. Thank you. I appreciate it. Alex, I'm having a fruit salad for dinner. Okay, it's mainly grapes. Okay, it's all grapes. I'm having wine for dinner. Angelfish, they're so proud, G, and they do dance. Thanks for saying that, Angelfish. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. It's like wearing black. The void attracts the heat. Our consciousness is going supernova. I don't know what that means. Tapper's red soul. Happy feet, G tapping. Okay, yeah, I get it. I thought that's what you meant. Shit, I just got snot on the cards. I did. I got snot on the cards. Exactly, it's a fish. If you can't sing, you tap. Yeah. Loves you too, Shannon. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna pull one of these and end the stream. Love you guys. Thanks, Shannon. A puffin. A puffin is a bird on the East Coast that only shows up once in a while. I've never seen a puffin. Not in real life. The Oracle's gift. I gotta leave it at that, guys. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Happy 2/2.